Hey guys, happy Monday. I just want to do a quick overview of what we did last week, and here we are entering Module 4, so we're almost at the halfway point. And I just want to tell everyone I appreciate their hard work and to keep it up. And if you have any questions, please let me know. So this last week, we did a couple interesting things. You research what the book would call courts of special jurisdiction. So we're talking about traffic courts, immigration courts, and those type of things. Sometimes you can consider those courts of subject matter jurisdiction. So, for example, if you look at immigration courts only have jurisdiction over immigration matters. You're not going to have different felony trials. You're not going to have a bank robbery trial, for example, in immigration court. Same way with juvenile courts. Juvenile courts have subject matter jurisdiction over juveniles. You won't have any adult cases in juvenile court because they don't have jurisdiction. So part of this assignment was to have you look at the different types of specialized courts there are, what is their purpose, and how they benefit us as a society. And you can look at both the business part of it, and you can also look at the community part of it. So that was the thrust of this week. So we'll be looking again at subject matter jurisdiction in milestones. I believe it's the one you just did, and then of course it'll pop back up in our final paper. All right. This week you also had to do your milestone 1. And if you had a chance to look at the rubric, which I encourage you to do, and I encourage you to use the rubric as an outline, milestone 1 is a combination of several of our assignments sort of put together. And that's what's key about preparing these assignments. What we're doing is we're building upon each of our previous assignments. So when you did your previous short papers on the federal court structure, you would be able to apply some of that, not necessarily all of it, into that particular critical elements as you prepared your response. And as you did a discussion board assignment on state court structure, you should be able to apply some of that to your milestone 1 under those specific critical elements that you have to address. All right. So remember, you can use your words or whatever you had before. You can copy, paste, click if it's applicable, and then massage it and clean it up, and then look at my comments, and hopefully that'll help you prepare as you work on your final paper, because your final paper is going to be milestone 1, milestone 2, and you're going to have to address a couple other critical elements that we don't specifically do any assignments upon, but I will offer you some details and further explanations as we get moving along. So that's what we did this past week. So I'll be looking at your milestone 1's assignment. Hopefully I'll get them all done by Friday. In the meantime, look at my feedback, make corrections to your paper, and then set it aside so that when you go to put your final project together, you can, cut, paste, click, massage, clean it up, add some things, make it more succinct if need be, and that way your final project won't be starting all over. Okay, that's not what it's intended to do. So build upon your previous assignments as you work on the milestones and then your final paper. All right. This week we're going to be looking at courts and the roles of the different players within the court system. So in your discussion board assignment, you're dealing with sort of a little game, rock, paper, scissors, in terms of who has power over one person or the other. So it's really designed to just help you get to understand the role that each plays within the court system. So there really isn't no right or wrong answer to this week's discussion board. It's just getting you to think about the roles that each player has within the court system. So you have bailiffs, you have judges, obviously lawyers, court reporters, clerks, those type of folks. So what is their role within the court system and how important is it? So that's sort of what we have you looking at this week. Your short paper is on court employee role. So you're going to take one of those court positions and you're going to write a paper about it. Now what's important is this is part of, I believe, milestone 2 and your final paper. And in each of those, they refer to it as a key role. Key role. So remember that. the key role has to do with this person, this individual that you're writing about this week. Don't confuse it with something else, because in the past students have done so. So remember, key role has to do with basically this paper 4-2, this short paper. Okay. Outside of that, that's about it. Hope you all had a good weekend. It's a little chilly up here in the Pacific Northwest. I think our fall's beginning to arrive. It was in the 40s today, so we'll see what happens later in the week. And if you're a football fan, hope your team won this weekend. The Giants finally won, yay. So hopefully they'll keep up the trend. All right. That having been said, if you have any questions, any concerns, never hesitate to reach out to me. You can call, text, email, whatever is easier for you, and I will do my best to get back with you as quickly as possible. All right. Have a great week, and I will see you on Blackboard. Bye.